Very good morning. Mind you, by the time you see this video, it will be in the afternoon. So, we are now sitting as a club, Newcastle United. We are sitting in 9th position. So, we're inside the top 10 with our fabulous win against Arsenal. So, we face on Sunday Nottingham Forest down at the City Ground. Now, they sit in 4th in the Premier League and they have our ex-striker Chris Woods, and he is on form. But here's the thing. If we can take Chelsea and beat them, and Arsenal, which we just did at the weekend, here's my thoughts. I think that we can take the 3 points, which will move us from 9th higher in the table. Now, if we do get all 3 points in the game, which I believe we will, we're currently on 15 points, which will move us to 18 points. Now, one thing I will say, and I've said this in songs which I have wrote myself, Newcastle United needs goals galore. So, when we play on Sunday, I'm hoping for 3 or more goals, and I also want to keep a clean sheet. If we can do that, brilliant, because we will have at the end of Sunday night 3 games in a row. That's the start of a run. Now, what you've got to remember is this. I said this in my other video, where there were, at that time, 30 games left. And I said I wanted Newcastle to go on a run of 15 games. The reason why I said that is this. If Newcastle United goes on a run of 15 games from 30 at the time, we climb the table. But what we have to do is this. Spread the goals out. Harvey, Alexander Isak currently sit at the top of our charts for our goal scorers. We haven't even got Callum Wilson back from injury. So when he's going to come back, well, your guess is as good as mine. But he is going to have to put down a marker. So I'm thinking Harvey Barnes, Alexander Isak, Anthony Gordon, and what I would like, I'm going to be brave. I'm going to go for our extra goal scorers in Sean Longstaff. And it would be nice if Sandro Tonali also got on the score sheet. But I want to keep a clean sheet on Sunday. Reason why is because Newcastle United, when they are on form, we tend to score a lot of goals. And I want a lot of goals, so that at the end of the season, April to May time, we have scored enough goals to beat what we did last season. I believe that's possible. because at the end of the day, people would have doubted before we played Chelsea, and they were proved wrong in the Cup, in the Carabao Cup, because we beat them. We played strong and we dominated the game. On Saturday, we also dominated Arsenal. And we got to keep this going. We can't let up. We can't relax. At least we have to keep pushing as a club, moving forward until January transfer window comes round. And we all know that, yes, there are players in our squad, and those players haven't even played properly yet. Will Asula, who we bought from Sheffield, has had minutes, but the closest Will has come to scoring was hitting the bar on the goalposts. But he did try. And I want to see, as we move forward as a club, Harvey Barnes claiming above 10, Anthony Gordon claiming above 10. Well, we all know Alexander Isak is capable of scoring many goals. However, when is Callum Wilson coming back, and how many goals is Callum Wilson going to score? And just to point this out, what I'd like to see of Eddie Howe is, when Callum Wilson is fit, play two up front. If we play two up front, the other team is not going to be expecting that. And that's my point. I want us to continue to climb in the Premier League, gaining 3 points and scoring #goals galore. I want us to beat the amount of goals we scored last season. That by itself is going to show we're improving. We have to improve. And that's why I said to you all about doing a 15-game run. Then we can decide, after we've done 15 games unbeaten, then we can decide who are new players who we are going to be seeking in January to push us from January to May. I believe in this. That's why I'm telling you it. I also believe at the end of the day that there's many fantastic YouTube channels that cover Newcastle United. Adam Pearson, NUFC Matters. Then we have the likes of Magpie Channel TV, Tyneside Life, the Toon Review, Through Black and White Eyes, John Sinclair TV, Gallagher Shots, Loaded Mag TV, and many others, including 100% Max, Black and White Banter, Everything is Black and White. Well, here's my point to all of you. I'm singing songs. Those songs are about Eddie Howe's Heroes, which is our current squad. And I want to grow this YouTube channel to the heights of At the Toon Review. Because if I can do that, and somebody mentioned this yesterday about asking NewcastleUnited.com to sponsor the channel. Yes, I did put that in. And the reason why I put that in the video is this. I'm singing songs about Eddie Howe's heroes. Streets of Home. And there's Streets of Home, there is Who Are Our Heroes? These are about football matches. And there's several other songs as well. Legends of Old and New. So, unless somebody can turn around and tell me in my comments who else of the Newcastle United YouTube content creators is singing songs about Newcastle United, there's only me. And I now have 1,046 subscribers. I want to grow. I also mentioned the other day in a video the ERC20 tokens. Now, here's the honest thing for you, right? Canva.com has the websites. Now, why are websites important? Well, on a website, the side parts of the website, they are for sponsorship. That's the sole part of having your side parts of a website, so that you can put sponsors in. Sponsors pay money, and when it is hosted, like by Canva.com, here's the thing. As you earn money, you can get better equipment, like vlogging cameras, little microphone to sit here. You can get all of that and more. I could at one point do a video in maybe next year where there's a green background behind me where I could put myself in a position in St. James's Park. It is possible. So I'm not going to give up asking. And as I said in the video yesterday, the person who comes to help with the verification of the code, somebody mentioned, well, what if they don't want tokens? Well, if they don't want tokens in a new creation, why? You see, what you've got to look at is this, okay? Currently, right now, today, which is the 3rd of November 2024. Now you can stick your TV on, remote control. You can do that. Now, you can hear the TV. Am I correct? Yeah? I'm correct, aren't I? You can hear the TV. I've just muted the TV. But here's my point. right now, today, on Monday, the 3rd, right, of November 2024, the highest quality you can get is 4K, ultra high definition. Correct? So, people talk about funding these projects. Well, that's what the ERC20 token is for. You sell it, you use the money when you sold it to buy the equipment. Every single thing in the instructions is about using the token to buy the land. Once you've bought the land, you get architect to design, he gets paid, and then you send in the construction company, they get paid because you are selling the tokens. And slowly but surely, a field turns into a building. When it turns into a building, guess what you have? Utility. Value. That's the whole point of doing the ERC20, because it tells you in the rules what you can't do and what you can. Now, if, like I said before, somebody is brave enough to step forward, they get tokens in the business. So when the bulldozers have finished clearing the field and the construction company comes in to build these factories, there in itself is value. When you fill that factory unit with equipment, there's your utility. Why are you buying equipment? You're buying equipment to build the future. So, what I'm trying to tell you is this. At this moment in time, on the 3rd of November 2024, the highest resolution that you can watch on your television at home is 4K. When 8K came out, it fell on its backside because nobody is making 8K unless you've got a phone just like what I've got, which is a Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. And when you do 8K, it drains your battery. So the cameras for broadcasting have to be built. Everything, the television set, has to be built. That's jobs. Now, the other things I mentioned in my video, new social media, I showed you in video, build ship. Well, I have on the laptop computer build ship. I have Visual Studio, and I also have Spark AR. But here's the downside. I don't understand code when you're typing on your keyboard. And when you're typing on your keyboard, like, I'll give you an example, right? A very simple example. This video, This video will have a title, correct? And under that title is a description of this video, of everything I am talking about in this video. Now, as I'm typing, what I don't understand is, why does the words change colour? Why? Because that's what I don't understand. Otherwise, if I did understand why the words change colour, I could do it myself. And then once I've launched onto a cryptocurrency exchange, I have to sell around about £100,000 worth to be able to pay the Financial Conduct Authority in London, because their price is around about 25,000. It's expensive, but it's worth it. And that's my whole point of doing this. Now, with the social media, what I spoke about, I want a mixture. Facebook and TikTok combined. And I want it to have a cryptocurrency base in it, which is what I spoke about. The reason why is because TikTok, when you are live on TikTok and people are gifting you this, that and the other, whether you're playing guitar, whether you're singing or whatever, TikTok takes 70% of what people send to you. That is outrageous. I want to lower it to about 25%. So the content creators on my new form of social media earn at least 65% of what they do in their live. And I want them to be able to create, just like you can on Facebook. Scroll down left hand side of the screen, there is a button called Create. You can create a business page, or you can create a community page. Now, another jump. Gaming. Creating a new game based upon a game I love playing, because you're jumping from being on the ground shooting stuff to in a vehicle driving and shooting to flying in the air and then other things. I want to be able to incorporate that into a shooter based open world game. And I want that game to have a cryptocurrency attached to it as well, where players can, if they so wish, craft their own products which they can sell and earn cryptocurrency. But I can't do these things by myself. I don't want to do them by myself. So it's a lot to take in. Yes, it is a lot to take in. But as I say, the things I've done so far is websites in 2 locations. Wix.com, websites are there, and those websites you have to pay the full year. So say you chose something at £25 a month. That's £25 a month times 12. for a full year. And Canva, it's $17.99 a month for the websites that are there. I'm giving you all these facts and figures because universal credit does not cover any of it, which is why